Welcome back, everybody, to another figure review. First of all, before I review the figure, I want to talk about the pig fed match real quick. I want to talk about the Warriors Championship. Right now, it is currently in the works. I'm not done recording it. I'm still recording the matches. I am gonna use a little bit more animating in this one, so it's gonna take a bit longer. So I'm gonna try and get it out this Saturday. If it doesn't come out this Saturday, it's most likely gonna come out Monday. Maybe Monday. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that real quick since you guys clearly liked the last one. So I'm gonna continue the Warriors Championship. So it's every 2 weeks. So this next one should come out Saturday. I'm gonna also try and get it out on Wednesday if I finish recording. I'm currently not done. I'm like halfway there, kind of. But anyways, now that that's out the way, today I went once again to vintage stock. Now, if you don't know what it is, I'm gonna put up an image right here if I find one. If I don't, then I look crazy. But last time, I don't know if you saw my last video, which was another figure review, and it was the Target exclusive Darby Allin. And I got this at vintage stock for $15. Now they have a glass display stand thing over there at vintage stock, and yesterday, oh snap, I'm trying to get my figure box real quick. Anyways, yesterday I went to vintage and I went to the little display with a whole bunch of figures, and I saw the Elite Series 184 Jeff Hardy. I know it's an old figure, but every figure I get, I'm always going to review it on the channel because this is one of the figures I don't have. But another thing, let me just move the camera up a little bit. Another thing is, this guy was $50. So, I mean, I wasn't going to take him at first. I was going to leave him. But today, I had to go back. I had to go back to get him. Because if you don't know this, Jeff Hardy is my favorite wrestler of all time. He's my all-time favorite. So I couldn't let this pass. And currently my dream figure is the Brood Hardy Boys 2-pack. I want to get that one badly. But anyways, we got Jeff, Elite Series 184. Pretty old, but like I said, I'm going to review every figure I get. $50. It's used. Should have been cheaper. They had an old TNA figure of Jeff Hardy. I'm gonna put it up and put the image up right here if I find an image of the figure. But that old TNA figure was $40. It's kind of dumb since this one's kind of newer and the other one was older. But anyways, of course, old packaging, which kind of brings back memories. This was also, let me try and find the figure. It was a Roman Reigns. The last time I saw this packaging was when I got the old Roman Reigns figure from when he first debuted his Tribal Chief gimmick. Can you call it a gimmick? Is it really a gimmick? I guess his persona would sound better. His Tribal Chief persona. I'm trying to find the figure. I don't know where it's at. Obviously, I ended up updating my Roman with a much needed, here it is, with a much needed update, but this was, the last time I saw this packaging was with this Elite Roman. My shirt is pretty ripped, but I mean, I don't really use them anymore, obviously. I use my new, what is, like, I forgot the series, but, I don't remember the series, but this new updated Roman Reigns. Sorry about the cut there. I thought my parents needed me. I was wrong. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. Check out the box. So obviously, you know, with these older ones, pretty sure they always had this certified authentic little piece. I mean, it's literally part of the cardboard. So yeah, you got a nice shot of Jeff right here. You have his name down here. Elite Collection, Martel's logo, True FX lifelike details. Oh, True FX. You know, I'm such an idiot. Anyways, got a nice shot of the man, the charismatic enigma, the Antichrist. Thinking of all the names they called him. They called him the Antichrist. They called him the charismatic enigma. I think they called him the Daredevil for a little. I don't remember. But there is the man, the GOAT, Jeff Hardy, another Elite logo down there. In the back, of course, you got Elite Series 81, which is also in the front on this side. So it's right there. Or 84. What did I get? Did I say 84 or did I say 81? I don't remember. Anyways, again, Elite Collection here. Another Jeff, his name right here, Jeff Hardy. You also got a nice shot of him here. Got a lean. Nice shot of him there. You get his bio from North Carolina, or Cameron, North Carolina. You got his weight, his height, his career highlights. Of course, just like quick bio. And look at that. The Roman Reigns I was talking about is in this set. And I got that Roman at Walmart. Now I'm pretty sure this one also has a Chase variant. I'm also gonna put that image in the screen right now. It's a red version with white armbands, I believe. But I actually saw that at Target a while ago. I saw the Chase variant at Target, and of course, me being a little kid, I was such an idiot and decided not to get the Jeff. So, oh yeah, look, Daredevil. Huh, I was right. Anyways, once again, there's his bio. You got everybody in the wave, which was Jeff, Angel Garza, who is also part of the new Los Perros del Mal, which I also want to get the Legends of Lucha Libre, Hijo del Perro Gallo, or Perro Gallo Jr., whichever one you want to call him. But you got Sheamus, which ended up leaving WWE. You got Murphy, who's in AEW now. You got Rhea Ripley, who's injured, and Roman Reigns, who's the current World Heavyweight Champion. WWE.com in the bottom, WWE Network, and whatever recycling thing. You got another shot of Jeff here in this attire, of course. Of course, you got the Elite Collection here. And yeah, I think those are the same images here. Really cool figure. Obviously, I haven't opened it yet. Like I said, the Brood Hardy Boys 2-pack are the figures that I absolutely want. Anyways, let's crack Jeff out of this box and let him breathe and join the rest of my figure collection. Now, obviously, before we get to the figure itself, which I will say, mine is obviously a little bit messed up, but I'm not really gonna argue about that. But before we get to the figure itself, we obviously got to check out the accessories. That's what you got to do. So let's start off with the hands. So I got some hair in here. Anyways, for his hands, he obviously comes with his gun finger hands, his signature gun hands. Oh, if this thing can focus. Look at this. There we go. Obviously, he comes with these hands. Now, I will say his Elite, or not his Elite, his Jazzwares. Oops. His Jazzwares hands. I keep on dropping it. Do have more color in it, rather than just a plain. Oh wait. Well, this is also newer tattoo, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is also like a newer tattoo, but it still has more color into it. So obviously this one you can't really see it. You can only see like a tiny little piece of it. But you know, you got the hinge that moves around pretty well. But you got those two. Of course, with these Jeff Hardy figures, you always get his fisted hands, and that's about it. Now mine are a bit. The paint isn't really. It's kind of chipping. At least on this one. On this one, it looks okay, but obviously they're just the exact same thing. God, this hinge is like way more stiff. I don't like that. I'm kind of scared that it might just snap. Anyways, he also has his shirt here, which is like, I thought it was going to be rubber. It's kind of more of like a hard plastic. Well, I guess it is rubber. It's like a hard rubber though. It's kind of hard. Hear that? Anyways, you got the rubber shirt that says Escape Normal with a nice Jeff Hardy logo there. Of course, you can clip it in the back, obviously. Wow, that is hard to clip. Okay, there you go. Somewhat got it. kind of want to put this on my Jazzwares torso. Obviously, I ended up using my Jazzwares Jeff Hardy for like a custom figure. Not really custom, just to fix up my Matt Hardy, and also use the head scan for it. God, this thing is hard. I mean, the shirt doesn't get. I think the Jazzwares torso is like so thick. It's like so big that it's not allowing the shirt. The Jazzwares torso is so giant, it's not letting it get wrapped around. Alright, I guess it doesn't fit the Jazzwares body mold. I mean, I'm not going to compare it to the Jazzwares Jeff because it's like going to be 10 times taller, but I might as well, you know. Obviously, it's going to be taller than, it's going to be taller than, sorry, I'm like trying to remove the thing. There we go. Rebuilding it really quickly. Decided to stop. Obviously, it's going to be taller than this current Elite, but yeah, nice shirt there. Of course, he's always going to have his white tassel. I mean, it's just, or his towel, not tassel. I mean, it's always going to be there. But let's get to the figure itself, and I need to get this thing to focus again. So getting into the figure itself, actually I want to talk about this cardboard cutout. I like this. This is really cool how you got the ring there and you got like a whole bunch of lights. I'm gonna keep it for my setup, wrestling setup or whatever I want to call it. I like that. Alright, whatever. Anyways, getting into the figure itself, starting off with the head scan. Camera's over here, didn't notice. I need this to focus on the Hardy figure. It's focusing on the background. Thank you. We got a nice head scan here. Very nice, of course. You're always gonna get good head scans, especially with the face paint. Now, obviously, this hair piece, it's always been the same. It's basically always been the same. You only get a different hair piece whenever it's a younger version of Jeff. But it's more realistic, though. So, I mean, if you compare them, you can definitely tell this is pretty accurate to this here. But, of course, you got a nice hair piece there. You got the tattoo, which is painted. The shoulder is painted. The shoulder is clearly a different skin tone than the torso. So this is painted on, which I don't really like. But you got the tattoo here. You got the other tattoo on this side. You got the ones on his neck here. Obviously, it's older, so it's not going to have all of his modern-day tattoos. But this was like 2018, right? Maybe. Seems like 2018, maybe 2019 Hardy. You got the demon tattoo on the back. You got his logo right here, the like cross logo here. Of course, more of this dragon that leads from the bottom all the way to the top and all the way to his arm. Really cool. Obviously, you got the nice plain white belt. The torso, I don't know what torso this is. I don't think this might be the Usos torso, actually. Now that I think about it. Let me grab my Jimmy Uso really quick. Ugh. Yeah, this looks like it's the Usos torso. They seem to be the same torso. That's cool. I'm pretty sure they also gave Matt the exact same torso. But yeah, Usos torso. The plain white belt, which is just nice. The plain black cargo jeans, which are also nice. Obviously, Mattel always made it skinny jeans for some reason. Never gave him the proper baggy look, but still pretty nice. Like I said, the cargo here. That's obviously where you put the tassel. I think everybody knows that. Or not the tassel, the towel. Why do I keep saying tassel? And then you got the kick pads, which I'm pretty sure he wore more of like boots rather than kick pads. But of course, Mattel always gave him kick pads. So yeah. Of course, the arms, you got the black sleeve arms with a little bit of the blue. And then obviously you can see a little bit of his skin. This is really smooth. But you can obviously see his skin there. Blue, black, and his skin sleeves, I mean. And then it's the same on this side. And of course, getting into articulation. Oh yeah, the black hair. Mine got a little bit of paint here, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, articulation, he can look up that much, which for some reason, let me just move the camera down a little bit. Jeff's figures have always been able to look up somehow, but he can look up pretty well. He can't really look down, he can only look straight ahead. He's got a little bit of like a tilt there. You definitely move it all around though, just not that much. Obviously he can turn his head, it's kind of stiff. It's not interchangeable. This is not an interchangeable head, but a very stiff head, I can tell you that much. God. Lifting up the arms, you can obviously put them up pretty high. They're pretty smooth. They can go all around, simple as that. You got the upper arm cut, or the bicep cut, which is obviously smooth. You got single jointed elbows, which they bend pretty fine. Once again, this is a kind of a tight figure. The hand will move pretty good. The torso, which goes back that far, goes forward that much, which I feel like the older figures definitely had better ab crunches than currently, especially with going back. You can obviously move his, you got the, what do you call this, like the swivel or something, I don't remember, but you can obviously move his waist side to side. You got the legs, which obviously can kick up, so you can get him to sit down fully, kind of. He can't really do the splits because he's on pine cone joints, as you can tell. You can't really see, but he's on pine cone joints, so if you make them split out more, he's gonna snap. You got the upper thigh cut, which is smooth. You got the double jointed knees, pin knees, of course, which move very good. And then because of the jeans, he can't really move his ankle that much. Oops. But yeah, overall this is a good figure. But now let's get to a few figure comparisons. Let's move this out the way. And I want to start off with obviously my Jeff and Matt figures. So there's the Jazzwares, which is obviously going to be way taller than Jeff, but it's also more accurate with the baggy jeans. Don't fall. Next up, I want to do it with my current Elite Jeff Hardy, which was one of the first, not the first, but one of my first figures with the double jointed arms. Let me do it with his proper head scan. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have it somewhere here. There it is. Oh my god, that is tight for some reason. There we go. You got the older version, and then you got a newer version right here. Two versions of Jeff right there. Looks really good, of course. They're also going to be the same height, same everything, besides the torso. I think this torso might be a little bit more different. Yeah, this torso is the Dean Ambrose torso, so it's going to be different from this one. Let me get my Matt Hardy. Where's he at? There it is. Gotta give him, gotta swap the legs, because this is what I'm using for my Matt. He's also going to be taller than Jeff, even though they're supposed to be about the same height. But this is Jazzwares, and Jazzwares makes their figures to be tall. Compare the Roman Reigns to this Jeff really quick. Roman is obviously going to be taller as well, since he is taller. Might as well get the second, the more modern day Roman as well, in here. Obviously still going to be taller. Of course, we always do it with, compare them to my tallest and my shortest figure, Ray being my shortest figure, and of course, currently, Undertaker being my tallest figure. Still fell. Obviously, these two did have a match together, and it was during his Undertaker's American Badass gimmick. It just wasn't this Jeff, of course, but still, Undertaker is way taller. Let me see. Let's compare him to Shawn Michaels. I want to get another Shawn Michaels. This one's kind of beat up, so I want to get a more newer Shawn Michaels. I think they're the same height. I know Shawn is still a bit taller. Yeah. Compare it to John Cena. Fix this angle really quick. I think this one, I think these are the same height. Yeah. Where is my, I want to compare him to Triple H. I have no clue where he's at. I'm gonna go like digging in this bin. Oh, here he is. Found him. He's gonna be taller than Jeff, obviously. Yep. I also want to get this 2-pack Triple H and Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental 2-pack. I'll put it up on the screen if I can find an image of it, but yeah, there's another one there. I don't think I compared the height to the Usos. Well, at least it was a Jimmy. I compared the torso, but the height. Looks like Jeff stands a bit taller. Yep, Jeff is definitely taller by a little. It's like by a tiny, tiny bit. Anyways, overall, but this is a really good figure. I mean, here he is with the Elite. I don't remember which Elite, but with this shirt, might as well have them both with their opposite shirts. I'm not sure if I want to make this head scan interchangeable. I don't know if I want to do that because I don't want to risk having the neck peg snap on me. So that's one thing I'm going to keep in mind. If I do, I'm going to have to be very, very careful. I'm going to have to like heat up the water until it's like burning my skin off. Just so you guys know, I did end up making the head scan interchangeable. I decided to do it. The only thing is with the Jazzwares head scan, this head scan does not match this body. The head scan is way darker. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but I made the head scan interchangeable. It's right here. All I do is I heat up the head scan, I pop it off, then I just carve out a little bit. I need to carve out just a tiny bit more so it's easier to take off, but yeah, I made it interchangeable, just so you guys know. Then I'm going to have to obviously apply another coat of matte finish just so the paint doesn't chip off anymore. But I'm not sure if I want to do that, if I want to make it interchangeable, if I want to keep it like this. Because if I make it interchangeable, I'm definitely going to be adding the Jazzwares head scans on there, just so I can have a shirtless Jeff with a non-face paint. Looks kind of weird. He looks like he has a thick torso. Yeah, I definitely want to make my Jeff Hardy collection, my Hardy Boys collection in general. I want to make it a lot bigger because obviously Jeff is one of my favorites. Just realized I can also just attach this tassel into here. The one that came with this Jeff Hardy ended up snapping off, so that's why this one doesn't have it. Put his shirt on real quick. I'm most definitely not going to give him the Jazzwares hands, just so I can keep these ones to continue using until the paint starts to chip off. Then I'll replace it with the Jazzwares ones. There he is. Both my Jeff Hardy Elites. I definitely want to get more Hardy figures. I might try and find the Chase variant, which is a red and white sleeve. But yeah, these are great. Jeff is obviously my favorite. Let's give him a few titles to wear. So let's start off with the Winged Eagle. I don't have the Spinner Championship, unfortunately. Same with the World Heavyweight. I also went to Target to see if they had the Legends Elite figures, but they didn't, unfortunately. There's the Winged Eagle. Give him the AEW title, even though he only won like one match in AEW, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he only won one singular match, and that was a tag team match with Matt. I think it was in the Hardy compound against the Young Bucks. Anyways, there you go. There's the AEW title on him. It's also given the TNT Championship, the longest and giant championship. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to get more championships. I only have like 4 official ones, and then the rest are just titles or customs. Oh wait, before, actually I forgot, I wanted to compare his height to Darby Allin, who I like to believe Darby Allin is the new version of Jeff Hardy, or at least the next Jeff Hardy, since they both do the face paint and they also have the tattoo, a sleeved tattoo, of course. Darby gonna be shorter, of course, and they did team up too in AEW one time. It was Jeff, Matt, Sting, and Darby. There they are, right there. Obviously Darby is way shorter. I also gotta say, this Darby Allin figure is my current favorite one because it moves just beautifully. Like, I just love the figure. But anyways, back to what I was saying. That's gonna wrap up today's video. I just wanted to review this figure, of course. Like I said, every figure I get, I will always review it because I want to obviously post more often. Throw Matt in there. I also want to get an elite version of Matt Hardy, or a more modern day Matt Hardy. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just wanted to throw this video out really quick. Pretty simple, you know. I always do these little quick, simple reviews. But yeah, once again, my the Pig Fed match will be out this Saturday, maybe Wednesday if I finish on time, or if I manage to finish faster than usual. Yeah, that's everything I want to say. Trying to think of something else, maybe like something else I need to talk about. Probably not. Oh, the Shawn Michaels and Triple H feud. So right now, I haven't worked on it. Right now I'm working on the, like I said, the Warriors Championship match. But once I'm done with this one, then I'm going to start working on the Triple H and Shawn Michaels, which I'm going to try and get that to be a longer match. I want it to be longer so you guys can be entertained while watching it. I hope you guys are entertained with my videos. I really do hope you guys enjoy them. So yeah, but I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta go eat. Great figure. Once again, Jeff is my favorite. The Hardy Boys are my favorite tag team. And yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video. That's all I got for today, just a figure review of this great figure. And yeah, there's not much to say besides I will see you guys in the next one, which is going to be the Pig Fed match. It's blurry again, but see you guys in the next one. And as always, like the video, helps. It really puts my videos out more. And like I was saying, like always, thank you.